welcome to Thursday Thoughts. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Did the Merimbula Classic, which is kind of like a free surf event. Wearing the t-shirt now. Really fun. Also demoed out, did like a demo tent for the code stuff, which was cool. Lots of really good feedback. Could have frothed out with the other foil frothers down there. Did a downwind foil clinic. Did a fun downwind foil with a bunch of crew. Lost Dylan Bears, found Dylan Bears, which was even better. And then they sort of got him up on stage to tell everyone what happened. Basically, the lesson was don't use a foil drive for the first time on a 20k downwinder, and always bring your phone with you. Basically, Dylan didn't have his phone on him and came in about 12k's early. No one knew where he was, so that was a bit hectic. So definitely safety is key, and bring your phones. Probably something I should have known. Made sure everyone had their phone on them, and I think there were only, it was like 10 of us, and I think Dylan was the only one without a phone, which was a bummer because he was the one that got lost or got left behind. The other thing is group downwinder doesn't mean it's a safe downwinder. Groups, it's still all for one, and we did actually wait for everyone at about 8k's in, but Dylan only made it about 4k's and then had to paddle the last bit because his foil drive battery ran out. Bummer. But yeah, lesson is foil drive is something that you have to work on. It's not easy the first time you use it. It's just one of those things you got to practice, and once you've, I guess, nailed it, it opens up a few opportunities. But before that, you got to sort of, figure it out. Hence the foil drive course, which I'm pretty close to releasing. Doing a bit of a test stuff with my Coach Casey Club members, so that is released to Coach Casey Club members, but it's not finished. So I'll let you know when it's finished. I then literally drove back from Merimbula and flew over to WA the next day. Did a 3-day foil camp with some crew I know over there, sort of like a private one, and then did a foil clinic on the Saturday morning and a race Saturday afternoon. Now the foil clinic was epic. We had 20 people rock up, and it was this awesome spot on the Swan River where you could practice flat water stuff, and then when a boat came by you had like perfect little waves or like bumps, and these little bumps are perfect for paddling up. A little bit different to downwind stuff, but there is just few little bumps that make it easier to paddle up. Of the 20 crew, I had one guy successfully paddle up and everyone else learn heaps. I'll upload a little YouTube video sort of summarising it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. The race was that afternoon, and we had like southwest winds, so it was a little bit more onshore than normal. I guess the normal sea breeze is southwest. It was only like pretty light, 10 to 15 knots for WA. That's light considering it's sort of like a bay run. There's no fetch because of Rottnest Island and Garden Island blocking it. But the worst part was seaweed. Now I used based on the wind strength at home, I probably would have used that 770R, but I used the 860R just because of the limited fetch. And I'm glad I did. I actually wish I'd used something bigger because the seaweed really made it tough. Basically the ribbonweed, the foil itself catches ribbonweed and just has like these little strands of ribbonweed, and it's like foiling with, I don't know, it's just like really inefficient. It's like having just drag. It's like having weed on your, like a little bit of weed on your mast. It's hard to explain, but it just makes everything harder. You go slower, you drop earlier, you need to be in a good bump, and because it was a little bit onshore to cut out. So it was tough, but it was really cool that Hugh Mitchell and I were pretty close at the start. We had a good race, and then he did a bit more weed. Had to stop a few more times so I could kind of power through it. And then Dan Jungling, co-director at Code, he came third, which is pretty cool. No one else finished because the weed was so, which speaks for him because Marcus Tarju's finished Molokai before, but he couldn't finish this race, this 16k race. So yeah, that's Thursday Thoughts.